Kate Middleton sat in seat 34C on British Airways' 14:30 London-Edinburgh flight, trying to appear like an ordinary passenger. A hat on her head, sunglasses on her eyes, a normal bag in her hand. Flight attendant Emma Richardson noticed nothing when she first looked at her. But the rude words Emma said to Kate and the treatment she gave would turn into the biggest scandal in British aviation history, because Emma didn't know she was actually speaking to the most valuable member of the royal family. But the beginning of this story was much more complex than Kate's decision to board that plane, because Kate Middleton was experiencing one of the biggest crises of her life, and all she wanted was to be able to act like an ordinary person where no one recognized her. Unfortunately, Emma Richardson's behavior that day would make Kate feel more humiliated than she had ever experienced in her life. That Wednesday morning, Kate Middleton looked in the mirror in her room at Kensington Palace and realized she couldn't take it anymore. For 15 years, she had been under constant pressure from cameras, protocols, and having to be perfect. "I want to live like a normal person, too," she murmured. She told William she would use the special royal aircraft for her visit to the Children's Hospital in Edinburgh, but her real plan was completely different. This time she would travel as an ordinary passenger. Kate secretly opened her computer and bought a ticket from British Airways. She registered as Mrs. Catherine Windsor, her real surname that was public knowledge. She told the security team that she had a private appointment and that they should meet her in Edinburgh. Kate made no royal appearance that morning. She wore old jeans, a plain white t-shirt, and sneakers. She put her hair in a ponytail, put on a baseball cap, and wore large sunglasses. She removed her jewelry, even her wedding ring. When she looked in the mirror, she didn't see Kate Middleton, but any London mother. She took an ordinary backpack and put water, a book, and snacks inside. There were no royal symbols. She called a taxi, not the royal car. Driver John Williams never noticed who was sitting in the back seat. "Heathrow Terminal 5, please," Kate said. At Heathrow, Kate waited in the normal check-in queue. No one recognized her. For the first time, she felt truly normal. Check-in staff Lisa Chen did her routine check. "Mrs. Windsor, are you going to Edinburgh?" "Yes, for work." "Your seat is 34C. Have a good flight." At security control, she wasn't directed to the VIP section. She waited in the normal queue. Security Officer Mark Thompson noticed nothing. Kate walked around the terminal, bought coffee from Starbucks, bought a magazine. No one looked at her twice. She had missed this freedom so much. While waiting at gate B23, Kate watched the normal people around her. Business people working on laptops, families dealing with children, students reading books. Kate felt like she was part of this normality, and this feeling gave her peace. When the boarding call came, Kate joined the queue with Group C. No priority boarding, no special treatment. A young couple in front of her was making holiday plans. An elderly woman behind her was talking on the phone with her grandchild. As Kate entered the queue, she made eye contact with a man next to her. The man smiled and said, "Long queue." Kate smiled too. "Yes, but no problem." "Are you going to Edinburgh for work?" "Yes, are you too?" "Me too. There's a conference." Kate realized how much she had missed this ordinary conversation. No one was following protocol rules. They were just talking like normal people. When boarding the plane, flight attendant Emma Richardson greeted her. Emma was at the beginning of her shift that day and looked a bit tired. "Welcome. May I see your boarding pass?" Kate politely handed over her pass. Emma quickly checked and routinely responded, 34 degrees Celsius. Go right, please." "Thank you," Kate said, and started walking. 34C was a middle seat, exactly what Kate wanted. Neither the too conspicuous window side nor the aisle side where people would constantly pass. On her left sat David, a kind-looking man in his 60s, and on her right sat Sarah, a young woman in her 30s. As Kate settled into her seat, David stood up. "Hello, I'm David. Let me let you pass." "Thank you very much. I'm Catherine," Kate said, using her real name. Sarah also greeted her with a smile. "I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you, Catherine. Are you going to Edinburgh?" "Yes, for work. You too?" "Yes, for a conference." "What work do you do?" Kate paused for a moment. "I work with children," she said, which wasn't actually a lie. David asked curiously, "Are you a teacher?" "No, more in the charity organizations field." Sarah nodded. "How nice. Very meaningful work." Kate remembered how beautiful a normal conversation was. No one was calling her Your Royal Highness. No one was standing up and curtsying. Just three normal people chatting on a plane. As the plane prepared for takeoff, Kate took out her book and started reading. She was acting like any passenger, and this situation made her happy. David and Sarah were also busy with their own affairs. About 20 minutes after the plane took off, Kate noticed that the ventilation above her wasn't working. The air was a bit warm, and she wanted a slight breeze. She politely called flight attendant Emma. "Excuse me, my ventilation doesn't seem to be working." Emma came over and quickly checked, turning the knob several times. "Oh yes, this is broken. Unfortunately, no repair can be made." Kate smiled understandingly. "I see. Is there a possibility of moving to another empty seat?" Emma's facial expression suddenly changed, as if Kate had made a very big request. She looked around and replied in a somewhat troubled tone, "Madam, the plane is completely full. There are no empty seats. There's nothing I can do." Kate's attitude was still calm and understanding. "Of course, no problem." "I understand." The tone in Emma's second response was much colder and ruder than her first greeting. Kate noticed this but tried not to give it importance. About an hour later, meal service began. Kate had checked the vegetarian meal option when making her online reservation because she was trying to eat healthier at that time. When Emma came with the meal cart, she handed Kate a normal meal. "Excuse me," Kate said politely. "I had requested a vegetarian meal in my reservation." Emma stopped and checked her list, frowning. "Let me see. No, I don't have such a note here. But I definitely specified it when making the online reservation." Emma responded somewhat irritably. "Madam, if it's not in the system, it means you didn't select that option. I can only give you what's available here." Kate tried to accept the situation. "Okay, then can I just take the salad and bread part of the meal?" Emma rolled her eyes. "This isn't possible, madam. You either take the whole plate or nothing at all. You can't pick and choose pieces." Kate was surprised because flight attendants had been much more helpful on other flights. "Okay, I understand," she said quietly. David and Sarah had heard this conversation and were uncomfortable with Emma's tone, but didn't interfere. Emma's increasingly rude behavior each time surprised Kate. When she asked for water, "Didn't we just give you some? Water service is done at certain times." When she wanted to go to the bathroom, "It's not possible right now. Service is ending. Wait." "But it's urgent." "Madam, everyone waits. You'll wait too." Emma's voice was so loud that other passengers turned to look. Kate sat down in her seat in shame. David whispered, "This woman is very rude. This isn't normal." The incident that broke Kate's patience happened before landing. While taking out her phone charger from her bag, her book fell to the floor. As she bent down to pick it up, she bumped into Emma. "Watch out!" Emma shouted. "You're constantly causing problems." Kate apologized. "I'm very sorry." "Who do you think you are to constantly expect special treatment on this plane?" Emma's voice was loud enough for the entire plane to hear. "I haven't requested any special treatment." "Constantly complaining, constantly demanding. What do you think of yourself? This isn't your private jet." All passengers were now looking at them. Kate had redness in her cheeks. "I'm just trying to act like a normal passenger," she said with a trembling voice. "A normal passenger? Who do you really think you are?" Kate's eyes filled with tears. I'm just Catherine, a normal mother." Emma laughed mockingly. "Sure, a normal mother. This isn't your home, lady. David, seeing Kate's tears, couldn't stand it. This is too much. The woman is just expecting courtesy. Emma turned to David. Don't interfere. I'm doing my job. Meanwhile, Sarah began to carefully examine Kate. Her way of speaking, her posture, her courtesy, it seemed familiar. Sarah took out her phone and tried to secretly take a photo of Kate. The angle wasn't good, but her suspicions were growing. There's something different about this woman, Sarah thought. She searched Kate Middleton on Google. Facial features, hand movements, sitting posture, everything matched. Is it possible, T-Claw? She thought, her heart racing. As the plane landed in Edinburgh, Sarah was now certain. This was Kate Middleton. She opened TikTok and started filming while whispering, OMG, guys, I'm on the same plane as Kate Middleton right now. She's dressed like an ordinary passenger, and the flight attendant treated her very badly. Kate noticed this. Please don't do this. But it was too late. Sarah uploaded the video. As Emma was seeing off passengers at the exit door, Sarah passed by. By the way, the woman you just treated badly was Kate Middleton. Emma laughed. Very funny. I'm serious. I filmed it and posted it on social media. Emma's laughter stopped. What did you say? Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, and everything is on social media. Emma's face went pale. She found Sarah's video. It already had 50,000 views. The comments were crazy. Kate on a normal flight. This flight attendant will lose her job. Why is Kate dressed like this? Emma watched the video with trembling hands. Kate's face wasn't clearly visible, but the voice, behavior. No, she muttered. This can't be possible. She called the pilot. Captain, I think I treated Kate Middleton badly. Captain Wilson immediately took action. Sarah's video exceeded 500,000 views in 1 hour. The hashtag number Kate Middleton flight trended. BBC, Sky News, CNN. All channels made it headline news. Kate Middleton, commercial flight scandal. British Airways' social media team was panicking. The company was experiencing the biggest PR crisis in its history. When William heard the news, he was surprised. Kate traveled on a normal flight? Press Secretary Jenny explained the situation. William became worried and prepared to go to Edinburgh. CEO Mark Stevens called an emergency meeting. Kate Middleton was on our plane, and we didn't know? She bought a normal ticket, didn't enter VIP records. Stevens had a press statement prepared. We express our deep regret for the disrespect shown to the Princess of Wales. This behavior does not reflect our values. Emma was crying at home. Mom, I treated Kate Middleton badly. The whole world knows. Her mother asked, But daughter, do you treat everyone like this? This question hit Emma hard. Had she treated Kate badly because she was ordinary? And she started writing an apology letter. Another interesting thing was the public's reaction. Support was pouring in for Kate. Kate, you're amazing. Wanting a normal experience is natural. This flight attendant's behavior is unacceptable. I applaud Kate's courage. When the topic quickly became trending, other passengers also began to tell what they experienced in this moment. David. Kate was extremely polite and respectful. The flight attendant's behavior was unacceptable. Sarah. Kate looked very sad. I couldn't stand it. After these events, Emma made a statement to the press. I regret my behavior toward the Princess of Wales. I didn't recognize her, but that's no excuse. I should have shown respect to every passenger, she said, and announced her resignation. The statement from Kensington Palace on Kate's behalf was not delayed and said, The Princess of Wales's desire to experience normal life is an indication of her desire to connect with the people. After this incident, British Airways introduced new rules. Royal protocol training for all staff. Training to recognize royal family members who aren't VIP. Equal respect training for all passengers. This incident became a turning point for Kate. She learned that she could be both a princess and a normal person. William began to appreciate Kate's courage. Maybe experiencing normal things is good for you, but with security detail. Emma learned the biggest lesson of her life. Show respect to every person, even if you don't know who they are. British Airways renewed its customer service and developed Kate Middleton rule protocols. A year later, Kate went to Edinburgh again, by private plane. The airport manager apologized. "We apologize again for last year's incident." Kate smiled. "That day was an educational experience for me." Emma became the star of customer satisfaction in her new job. Sarah became a social media influencer. David continues to tell the story to his grandchildren. Kate's adventure made the royal family appear more humane. The public felt more sympathy for her. This story proved that the biggest lessons come from unexpected moments. True dignity comes from character, not titles. Kate didn't just remain a princess that day. She also showed that she was a real human being. Sometimes life's biggest lessons are learned at 30,000 feet. If you want to hear more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and click the like button. See you in the next video.